Hi, all remote learners. So today we are going to be going over the flip book for the water cycle. So we're going to go ahead and begin. So the first part for the water cycle flip book is, what is evaporation? Evaporation is when the heat from the sun turns water in oceans, rivers, lakes, or streams into water vapor or steam. The water vapor or steam goes into the air. So that's what evaporation is. It has a puddle. The sun heats it up, and when the sun heats it up, it makes water vapor or some type of steam, and it goes to the sky or the air. Next is, what is condensation? Condensation is when the water vapor in the air gets cold and changes back into liquid, forming in the clouds. So that's wherever it gets the water vapor goes to the air. It cools down, and once it cools down, then it gets heavy enough, and then we will get precipitation. So what is precipitation? Precipitation occurs when so much water has condensed and the clouds cannot hold it anymore. So again, it's how it holds, like we were just talking about for condensation. So with what precipitation is, what forms do precipitation come in? So this is very important to know. Precipitation falls back to the earth in the forms of rain, hail, sleet, or snow. So it depends on how cold it is for it to have sleet or snow to happen. So, and then rain, obviously it's not so cold, so it will have rain for the precipitation instead. Next is the collection. I know on here it says evaporation, that should say collection. So whenever you're doing your form, it will say evaporation / collection in green. This is what they're talking about. So this one for the collection is, what is collection? So the collection happens when water falls back to the earth as rain, hail, sleet, or snow and collects in the oceans, rivers, lakes, or streams. Water may also end up on land. If it ends up on land, remember that is groundwater. That is something that we've learned about from our textbook. Next is, what happens to most of the water that soaks into the ground? So this is another question to start thinking of. So it becomes part of the groundwater. I know that I just told y'all about that. That is what you need to really think of. So groundwater that plants and animals use to drink. Lastly, you're going to do is with your forms, you're going to see this picture. We're going to go through it so you can see what they're talking about with this picture. So we start off with the collection, which is like a puddle on, from how the water cycle happened. So we have the collection in rivers, oceans, lakes, streams, or we could have groundwater. So we have the collection here. When the sun heats it up, it then begins to evaporate. So collection then evaporate from the heating it up. Once it's in the air, it holds. Once it gets too heavy and it cools down, you'll have condensation. Once you have a lot of the condensation built up, you will have a heavy cloud and it makes precipitation. Precipitation then goes to the collection and it's continues cycle from there. So what you're going to do in teams, you're going to answer the questions that you have in there. Like I said, for your 7, 8, 9, and 10 questions, you will have this picture and it will tell you the number that is going to be associated with each arrow. So you have to put that name down in there. I hope you'll all have a great day. I will see y'all later, guys. Bye.